everyone, so it's time for another spooky video, and for tonight's spooky video I am going to be doing a kind of like a paranormal story time, and there's also a phenomena that goes along with the story time because the story time's kind of short, but it was still really creepy and I thought that I would share it with you guys anyways. I think I'll start it off by telling you guys my story time, and this happened when I was around 8 or 9 years old. And I had a different bedroom than I do right now. So my bedroom was the other room that's in our house, and it's a lot smaller than this one. It has one bedroom window in it, and that on the outside leads onto our big front porch. So there are steps that come up to our front door, and that is right next to the window that was in my room. So on this night, I believe it was on a weekend, it was like Friday night or Saturday night going into Sunday, something like that. My parents were home, but they were asleep in the living room, because that's also their bedroom. It's kind of like split up, it's very weird. And I think my sister was spending the night with my grandmother at the time. So I'm sleeping away when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just hear on my window. And it was so loud that it woke me up. Now, I was petrified. Like, I did not even want to move in my bed. I just wanted to lay there and curl up underneath my covers and just not do or say anything. Like, I thought about telling my mom and my dad, but I was like, you know, it's probably not a good idea to get up, because what if they have a gun or something? What if it's an actual person? And I'm not saying that this is paranormal. You know, it could have been anything. It could have been a ghost, but it also could have been like an actual person, because you know how things go. But whatever the case, I had to pee really bad and I couldn't hold it. So I decided I was going to slowly get out of my bed and crawl into the bathroom. I think I crawled into my bathroom, which is right next door. I used it, and when I came back, I think it was just like non-stop repeated on my window. Like, it was non-stop, constant knocking on my window. And I slowly crawled into my bed. I got underneath the covers and I just laid there. And I thought about opening up the window, but to be honest, I was a little kid and I was too scared to see what was behind it. But in some ways, I'm kind of curious, like, what would have happened if I would have actually looked out my window? Because I don't want to say too much, but there was this woman who used to live kind of like up the road a little bit where I live in my neighborhood. She used to live up there, and she was kind of, she threatened me and my family all the time, and my mom would always try to keep us away from her at all costs. So it could have been her, but to be honest, I just don't really know if it was a person or if it was a ghost. And it kind of reminds me of that one part in, I think it's like a Stephen King movie. It's called Salem's Lot, and it's a vampire movie. And this one part in the movie, there is this vampire, and he comes to this boy's door, and it's like in the middle of the night, it's all foggy. He starts knocking on his window and he's like, the kid's coming over and he's getting ready to unlock the door. His eyes are like all freaky looking because he's a vampire, and what he was trying to do was lure him so he could bite him and get his blood and stuff because he was a vampire. And that was back when vampires were actually scary to me. Now I don't find them really scary, but back then, like, they freaked me out because of that movie. And the entire time I'm laying in my bed, I'm thinking that vampire's at my door, or at my window. He's wanting me to let him inside, when in reality it was probably a person. And it wasn't like just one set of knocks. Like I said, it was like non-stop repeated knocking on my window. So I don't know what it could have been. I believe the next day I told my parents, and I think they were a little bit more like they tried to keep an eye out. They were a little bit more cautious of who was messing around our house and stuff of the night. Because I don't know if it was a ghost or what, but Either way, it freaked me out big time, and I thought it was really, really scary. And there is a phenomena that I wanted to tell you guys about, and it has to do with knocking, so I thought I would read it to you guys. So this says, an old superstition says that if you hear 3 knocks that seemingly have no cause, someone you know will die. So, I mean, I know mine weren't just like 3 knocks, it was kind of just like constant knocking on my window. And I've also heard that if you hear 3 knocks, that in like the paranormal world, it could be something demonic. Like if it's 3 repeated knocks, like, silly, right? Like many superstitions, however, the phenomenon of death knocks might have its roots in people's real life experience. So yeah, basically they think that if you hear 3 knocks, that means that someone you know or that you love is going to die, or it's like an omen telling you that someone you know is going to die. And like I said, mine wasn't 3 knocks, it was just repeated knocking. What do you think that person or ghost or whatever it was, vampire, outside of my window could have been? Like, what do you think that it was? Do you think it was someone just trying to scare me? Do you think it could have been something paranormal? What are your thoughts? I would love to know. And have you had any like freaky experiences like this before? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was really short, but I really wanted to share this story with you guys anyways, because I just thought of it the other day and I thought it was pretty creepy. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid maniac. And yeah, if you are new to my channel, I post creepy videos every Saturday. I will see you guys in my next video.